What's up, guys? Got an update on the Trans Am. I've had the car back for about 2 weeks now, and slowly started have been tearing it apart, kind of getting into it and seeing what's what with the car, really getting underneath it, or into it, I should say. Taking off some of the body panels and mostly strip the interior was the first thing I did when I got back. So the drive back from Chicago to here, if you watch that video, yeah, it wasn't the greatest. I really didn't get the footage I wanted to get from it due to some like external factors and things like that. But ultimately did get the car back, and it's back with me in Oklahoma. So I'm working with kind of limited camera equipment here and everything. So this is not where I live. So I'm actually like just here in Oklahoma for some training right now. So I don't have like half my camera equipment or any of my tools or anything like that. So I wasn't planning on buying this car. This was kind of a spur of the moment kind of thing. I always just kind of wanted one of these cars, and this one came up and it was really hard to pass up. So I went ahead and got it. So I'll be leaving here in a couple months. So I don't have a ton of my tools, camera equipment and stuff, like I said. So it's actually been pretty difficult to work on this thing and trying to avoid like going and buying duplicates of all the tools I already own and everything. So, and just not being able to really tear the car apart and do what I want to with it. So I've just been doing little things to it. Mostly, just taking it apart. I haven't really fixed anything on it. I've just been taking the car apart. So also this garage, there's only one light. It's just above the Camaro. So it's actually really cold and rainy out here, kind of snowing out here in Oklahoma today, actually. So the car's in the garage. I usually like to pull it out and get it out in the sunlight and in a bigger space to work on and everything. So some of the things I've done to the car since I've got it back, it's going to be like a two-part video. So I've got the hood off, the front bumper off, and I've been trying to take the driver's side fender off here, but there's a stuck bolt. But that's going to be in the next video where I talk about the bodywork and stuff like that. But this video in particular is going to go over the interior on the car. So that is the actual first thing I did. That's actually the first thing I did when I got the car back, was take out the interior, just because it was absolutely disgusting. And there was definitely numerous animals living inside this car throughout the years, mostly due to the back glass not being in it and it just sitting. So luckily, I mean, as far as I can see, I haven't had the dash off yet, but there's not been any mice or anything that's gotten into any of the wiring or anything. It just was absolutely disgusting. So I'll show you some of that footage right now, what it looked like taking this interior out of this 51-year-old car.
All right, let's take a look at this interior before I decided to rip it all out. So overall, pretty disgusting. Bunch of animals lived in there, like I said, and not your pristine 51-year-old barn find interior, but definitely something to work with here. So starting off, the dash pad definitely needs redone. The entire dash needs redone. Some cracking, fading, and stuff like that. Need a new steering wheel. Even the dash bezel there, someone I guess decided they didn't like the swirls, whoever owned this car, and sanded all the swirls there, and then the Trans Am dash out, and that's a 1-year only part as well for the 73. And they must not like the saddle console either, or damaged it somewhere along the line and replaced it with a black one, because I don't think these came with black consoles. There is an original part number on that, but it had definitely been removed. There wasn't any screws in the bottom mount there, so I'll have to source a new console. A lot of these parts anyways are reproduced in black, and you just paint them with vinyl interior paint, so I'm gonna have to get some of that anyways. The most disgusting part of this car, the interior, was the carpet. I mean, it was disgusting. A lot of presents left there by our furry friends down there, and it was pretty bad. And then the seat belts here, yeah, gonna need new seat belts. There's only one working seat belt in the entire car. That was from the rear seat, and I had to move it to the front so I could have a seat belt on the front. All the latches have come out of them, and this car did come with the same color seat belts as the interior. That, I guess that was an option, so pretty hard to source on that as well. Front seats are going to need redone. So yeah, that's what we're working with here. My main thing was I want to get the interior out, look at the floor pans, and yeah, get that smell out of the car. All right, a little time lapse on me removing this interior from this car. One thing I noticed working on this is it is much easier to work on than modern cars. Just a lot of bolts and screws holding everything, not a lot of clips, so that makes it nice and easy. So here I got the passenger seat out. Then it got a little dark, so I came back the next day. It was light outside. I like working on the car outside because it provides a lot better light outside. Getting the carpet out, had to remove the rear seats. They just clip in from the bottom, and then the carpet just comes out super easy. There was a couple wires underneath there for like the seatbelt warning horn, which I'm actually surprised this car even had in 1973. Then I'm like picking through all the treasures I found under there. I found like 2 or 3 ignition keys and a drive-in movie theater ticket. So that was kind of cool from where the car was sold in Memphis, Tennessee. And then just getting the rest of the interior out. Pretty easy, pretty straightforward. Just pull the carpet out. You'll see later in the video, I ordered new carpet from Auto Customs Carpet, which everyone was recommending, and it's just not even close to the right shade. So my bad on that. Got to get some samples next time. So I returned that and get some samples for them to match, and I'll go over that in the video. But you could see there just how dark and dirty that carpet was. Once I got the carpet out, the car started smelling a lot better, and this is what it looked like when I took it out. So pretty bad.
Okay, so once I got everything out of the interior, my main concern was taking a look at the floor pans and just making sure the bottom of the car, the body was solid. Just kind of getting an overall idea of what I'm going to have to do to get this thing back up to basically, really good condition. I'm not sure if I'm going like concourse on this thing, but I want to know that it's going to be built well, and I can be like confident in it, because things will just bother me if I know they're not done right. So taking the interior out, yeah, it's pretty gross, but overall the floor pans are pretty solid. There was just some rust in the toe board. I just got most of the rust out as much as I could, and just hit it with some red rust stopping primer and stuff. Eventually I'm going to have everything, this whole car, sandblasted, but I'm just kind of doing what I can right now with what I got. Unfortunately, in the rear floor pan, there was a little bit of rot. Not bad for a 51-year-old car, but yeah, we had a little bit there, a couple pinholes, and then back here as well, a couple pinholes in the rear floor pan. So as soon as I hit it with that wire brush to take the rust off, it started removing that scale, and I was kind of disappointed. I didn't think it was, not that it's rotted out or anything, but I was like, yeah, this car's not going to need any floor pan patchwork or anything like that. So that was a little bit of a surprise, but overall the car is pretty solid. And I think the reason why there was some rust back there is from that back window not being in for so long, and just weather getting in the car and things like that. And there was like a mouse nest here. This whole interior panel, I think like there were animals just, pissing all over it. And same with they had these speakers in the back. The rear speakers were covered in some type of like animal urine. They were disgusting. Luckily, since I got everything out of the car, most everything out of the car actually smells fairly normal now. Just smells like primer, not animal, which is good. And then, the interior, what's left or what's in here now, the dash obviously is going to have to be redone. Steering wheel is going to need redone. I'm missing the horn button and the horn contacts and everything. I don't even think there's not even a bolt holding the steering wheel on. So, Jesus, take the wheel. Door panels are actually pretty nice. Just need to put that strap back on, but I'm going to run these door panels for now. The bottom here just needs some recoating. That's what we're looking like on the interior in this. Floor pan, solid on the passenger side. Very solid. So just a little patch, not bad at all for a 51-year-old car. And then as far as the other interior panels itself, you already know that driver's seat is ravaged. And then as far as the other interior goes, the rear seats are actually in really great shape, so I'm going to use those. They look great. They don't stink or anything. Passenger seat, it needs redone as well, so I'm going to get a hold of, I think Legendary is talking about. Everyone talks about Legendary interiors for classic cars, so I'm going to get new foam and new covers for that. And I think it'll run about $1,200 to redo the front seats. And then the plastic paneling, I'm just going to get some paint that matches some of the vinyl paint, clean everything up, and try to get it pretty close to factory. And I always think it's funny that this was an option for the rear seats, the ashtrays for GM cars. So really doing a favor for your kids back there, letting them smoke. So I did order some carpet too from ACC, so I'll show you that, and it just does not, it doesn't match the original carpet, so I'll have to send that back in. But this is what they listed for the car. It just doesn't match at all. So I ordered saddle, which is what was listed for my year. That doesn't match. This was like a copper color. So I'll have to return this and get some samples from them. This is like a dark saddle. This is a medium saddle, but this was not listed for my car. So my year car. So I just have to get some samples from them. Luckily, it's not that. It's only $10 for return shipping. So I'll return that. No biggie. And then I've also been keeping a, this is like a bag of everything that I found in the car. Throughout, like taking the interior out. So found a couple ignition keys. Found a parking pass for like University of Illinois. And found a drive-in movie theater ticket for Memphis, Tennessee. And that's where this car was originally sold. So that's kind of cool. Found some cool stuff in there. Also found a Miller Lite bottle cap, which could explain all this body damage here. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. And next one's going to be going over the body, all that good stuff. So I'm trying to source some body panels and a new nose for it. So I'll cover that in the next video, what we're looking like on the body on this. And see you guys next time.